How did the spring concert get approved? A deep dive into the Senate minutes that made it happen. Vox Anonyma Episode 2. Welcome to this episode of our podcast where we talk everything SUO election. Recent criticism has emerged in the election discourse directed at SUO Senate members who were a part of the spring concert approval. Because of this, many of those senators who are now candidates again are dodging the blame in any way possible. However, the minutes never lie. Let's dissect the minutes from the SUO Senate meeting where the senators deliberated on approving funding for the spring concert. This decision would ultimately lead to the cancellation of the concert due to conflicts with Nasu's Mother's Day powwow for the second consecutive year. However, what's noteworthy is the subsequent plea of ignorance from many senators, some of whom are now running for re-election. We'll delve into the impact and participation of Senators Kiki, Cullop, and Soto regarding the resolution. The minutes explicitly state that the confirmed date for the spring concert was presented from the outset as May 10th. This factual revelation directly contradicts any claims made by senators who asserted they were uninformed about the concert's date. Moreover, the discussion within this section reflects on the previous year's concert issues without any mention of the significant overlap with Nasu's Mother's Day powwow. Additionally, the minutes highlight the staggering $40,000 revenue generated from last year's concert. This prompts reflection on the potential impact such funds could have had if allocated to NASU or other cultural organizations, raising questions about prioritization and equity within SUO's funding decisions. The discussion then delves into the notion of making a profit from the event, which raises ethical concerns given the context of SUO's defunding of cultural organizations. The fact that SUO was actively exploring avenues to increase profitability while simultaneously facing criticism for defunding organizations underscores a significant disconnect in priorities. It's noteworthy that RUO's vice presidential candidate, who voted in favor of the resolution, participated in the discussion about the concert logistics twice during this section of the minutes. This raises questions about their stance on fiscal responsibility and allocation of resources within SUO. Soto, who is running as Fluck Forward's VP, but was serving as a senator during the deliberations, abstained from voting. Senator Ravi Cullop, also affiliated with Fluck Forward and seeking re-election, participated in the conversation, querying about artist budgets. He too asked about ticket prices, but only to ask if they could not be raised. Despite his inquiries, Cullop ultimately voted in favor of the resolution, aligning with the decision to approve the funding for the concert. Some minutes further reveal that the project for the spring concert was well underway by October, raising concerns about oversight and accountability within SUO. The fact that such a significant initiative progressed to an advanced stage without addressing potential conflicts or concerns earlier in the process underscores the need for improved transparency and decision-making protocols within the organization. In this section of the minutes, VP Jacobson mentioned that the long-term goal was to hold the event annually. This revelation raises concerns about misplaced priorities within SUO, especially considering the disregard for potential conflicts with cultural events like Nasu's Mother's Day powwow. The oversight regarding Nasu's schedule is not only regrettable, but also shameful, reflecting a lack of consideration for the broader campus community. Pushing for the concert to become an annual occurrence without addressing past issues or consulting with affected groups demonstrates a concerning disregard for inclusivity and cultural sensitivity. They didn't learn last year. Something has to change. This exchange in the minutes is particularly damning. When asked directly if there were any other events scheduled for May 10th, the response was evasive, claiming that they had pushed out any potential conflicting events. However, the reality is that there was a significant oversight regarding Nasu's Mother's Day powwow. The revelation that SUO aimed to push out Nasu's event to prioritize their concert is deeply troubling and reflects a blatant disregard for the cultural significance of Mother's Day weekend. The statement, "We don't want to make students choose," rings hollow in light of this revelation, as it demonstrates a clear intent to prioritize profit over the cultural heritage and traditions of marginalized students. Such actions are not only disrespectful, but also fundamentally at odds with SUO's purported commitment to student inclusivity and equity. Thank you for watching, listening, or reading along for this episode of Vox Anonymous. Feel free to send us your podcast suggestions and follow us on Instagram for regular updates.